What's up guys, this is 1UX1 and I'll tell you all about remote working. If you work remotely, you can work from anywhere in the world and work on your laptop in a coffee shop. You can work literally anywhere on the planet. So that's one of the pros of working remotely in UX design or UX research. And that is one of the really key things that are moving on now post-COVID. So you can get jobs that are remote. There are websites that just specialize in remote working. And one of the benefits of that is that you're going to be able to be flexible in moving around. But one of the cons is the time zones. So currently I am working in the UK time zone, but I'm 3 hours ahead. So I start my work at 12 o'clock when my colleagues start at 9 a.m. But I finish 8 o'clock at night. And in the winter, I was finishing 9 o'clock at night. So if you're willing to do those time differences, or if you're a London-based designer or researcher, and you get a contract in New York, you're going to be working at night. So that's one of the things you need to consider. The timing can kill you. It's really tiring sometimes. So yes, there's pros are you can work from your laptop anywhere. And I think that's a dream for a lot of people. But the timing can really drain you. The other thing can be that depending where you are in the world, your daily routine can change. For example, there may be a day off that's Saturday and Sunday in the UK, when in another country it might be a different weekend. So all these things will affect your life. So you need to consider all these points when you decide on a remote working contract. The other thing about remote working is everything is obviously done remotely, which means lots and lots of meetings because you're not face to face. And that can be 20, 25 hours of meetings a week, depending on the company. I really prefer shorter meetings, but no one seems to listen in any organization. They still love meetings. Even though a lot of these things can be done on Trello and apps like that, people still love meetings, which is sometimes not very productive and can be a waste of time as well. So really things can get done without tons and tons of meetings, but it's about convincing managers on that. So the other thing about remote working is that you do get the flexibility. So in your breaks, you can do things. Let's say you're somewhere else in the world, let's say you're near a beach, or you're in a sunny place, not like England, where it can be quite rainy and cloudy a lot of the times, and you get to do things in your break that you wouldn't be able to do at home. The other thing is you might have friends or family abroad, you can spend time with them. So, or you could live in a cheaper country where you're saving money but earning in dollars or pounds, whatever currency it might be. So you could save money as well by working remotely. So there's lots of benefits or working remotely. And also don't forget, with remote contracts, you also get a chance to get a long-term contract that will allow you to stay much longer. And in some remote contracts, they expect you to go back home or go back for some meetings. Now, that's going to be an issue post-COVID, because how are you going to travel if it's a red zone, an amber zone, there's a quarantine rule, a vaccination rule, you can't go to this country, you can't go to that country. So if they require you to meet up with your team every 2-3 weeks or a month, then you need to plan that and consider which country you're in. But to be honest, it looks like these meetings aren't going to happen very often. Not a lot of people are going back to the office still. And although companies are pushing people to go back to work, a lot of people are not doing it. So let's say you do turn up at the office, you're lucky if 25% of your team are going to turn up to a meeting. So I think it's going to be a while until people go back to the office or even expect you to be at the office. So at the moment, it's a good time to work remotely, because companies will allow you to work remotely. They'll allow you to work and they don't mind where you are. There are some contracts where they say, oh, you have to be within the US or within the UK, but that's limited.